Hello and welcome to another episode of Real Till. We're here in Miami. Light's a bit rubbish, but we're going to go with it. So, because today we have a really cool event coming up, and there are people that love this stuff and there's people that hate this stuff, and I love you both. Okay, it really doesn't matter. So you can either utilize this as symbolism, as a way to access something and activate something, or if you're more someone that's into astrology, the moon, the stars, or the esoteric, you can use it in that way. Either way, it's a system that works. So the invite is to be with it, to not reject it, because it can have something in it very special for you. We have a strawberry, I can't even say that, strawberry new moon, full moon I should say, full moon coming up on the 11th of June. So tomorrow's the 10th and then the 11th, okay, depending when this goes out. But the energy lasts around that timing, so don't worry too much about when you're receiving this. You can still utilize it and activate some of the potent energy that's in there. So it really is a strawberry moon is about activating your true voice, okay? So, and it is in Sagittarius, for those that you know about that. And again, if you don't go for that, that's fine. Go for the parts of what that's about, like adventure, okay? So this is a time which really amplifies the energy to get what you desire, or even better, but the way it's done is through more advanced communication, okay? So up your communication right now, okay? You know where you're operating. Like, how advanced is your communication when dealing with different situations, relationships, work? Are you someone that is like a 0 out of 10, 5 out of 10? And what are those bits that are missing? See if you can just take it up a little notch to more advanced, more mature, more wise, okay? Because it's going to be a lot that can move in that, okay? All right. Now, a lot of those that are into the full moons and things like that, they talk about how to ritualize it, okay? And how to do rituals to help this. Now, here we don't talk too much about the rituals or the ritualization of it, because we really want to activate it from the root rather than have it as a feel-good ritual of letting things go, new beginnings and things like that. That's very limited on what it can provide you. Okay, so let me see. Let's get into it. So there's 5 transformational activation shifts that are really important for you to know about right now. And so, like I say, the strawberry new moon, full moon, I keep saying new moon, right, is arriving on June the 11th. And it is not your average moon, which is good because you are not an average person. None of us are. So it opens up, if you like, at least a 5-day energetic portal, 9th to the 13th of June. But it doesn't matter. It works anyway, okay, around this time. Time isn't that precise. So it holds this potential for profound emotional shifts. So where you're feeling emotionally stuck right now, because there's a potential to move that. It also has the ability to have breakthroughs through emotions. So emotions that you may have experienced from yourself, from someone else, and you were like, whoa, what was that emotion about? Okay, whether it was a quiet emotion, a loud emotion, an aggressive emotion, it doesn't matter. Emotions are there because they might be triggering something for you and trying to activate something for you, or you showed up in that way. So it's kind of like the karmic emotions, karmic conversations that may happen. So if you've been feeling slightly off, overwhelmed, unusually emotional, or strangely inspired, or all those things at the same time, that sounds like me right now, you're not imagining things, okay? These are different emotions that are moving, that are trying to activate something into existence for you, something you desire, or even better. So let's have a look. So it's like a massive creation, vortex, portal, whatever you want to call it, that amplifies your ability to use what you require, what's in those, what we call the root and the force elements, to come into your true elements of who you're here to be and how you're here to operate to receive something that you desire, or even better. So it's massive energy here. So your feelings, your intuition, your thoughts, and even your impulsive tendencies, we all have them, right? What are they for you? Will have messages and activations in them to actually get what you desire, or even better, even if they feels a bit skew-whiff or like, what was all that about? Okay, so it's moments like this when, if you like, the cosmos doesn't whisper, it speaks very loudly. So what this is inviting us is, or sometimes it's not even an invite, sometimes it feels like you're being forced, okay, or triggered, really to take stock of what you're feeling. Take stock of your feelings, like a stock take, okay? And who are you becoming, okay? And where are you heading? Okay, and hold on, what are those feelings? Are those feelings that you want to be having? And it's okay if they're not, because they always got something that they want to transcend into, give you a result or an outcome. Who are you becoming? Is this who you really are? Okay, or does it need evolving, changing a little into truly your true identity? And where are you heading? Okay, and why are you heading there? Right? Is it coming from that pure joy? Is it coming from insecurity? Is it coming from, wow, I'm going to step into something really big here? So check in with those energies right now. So whether you choose to rise with knowing about these energies or this symbolism, and here obviously you have your individual identity signature, or then you can use it. You can be almost strategic with it and activate each part of it for what it's here for, to get something you desire, or even better, even receiving more of who you are. Or the alternative is it's going into a spiral, okay, into emotional chaos. And that's okay, right? It's okay if emotional chaos happens, because you can still utilize it. A lot of creation of what you desire happens in chaos. It doesn't happen in nice, neat lines, okay? So it will depend on how consciously you are moving through it, what you're aware of in your signature over the next few days to activate that more consciously. Otherwise, it's still activating, but you may not just be understanding like what's going on here, what's moving here. So let's break it down into about 5 I reckon we've got here. So number 1, emotional volatility and hypersensitivity. Lovely. Yes, so it's okay if you feel like you're going to be emotionally volatile or hypersensitive, or someone's doing that. Remember, we talked about the advanced communication at the beginning. So you want to implement that advanced communication if it's available to you. If it's not, pause, feel. If you can possibly not react, don't react. But if you do react, that was what was designed to happen, okay? Because the full moon has always been this heightened energy, but this one is intensifying it even more. It's getting a lot of energetic momentum, and it's going to stir up some deep feelings. And deep feelings are good feelings because we want to use them for what they're here for. So you might find yourself maybe crying for no reason, or feeling inexplicably anxious or overwhelmed. Don't worry, this is not who you are. It is something recreating, evolving in you to receive more of who you are and what you're here to enjoy and what you're here to have. You may experience sudden surges of joy followed by a crash, okay? But if you crash, just get back up. It's okay. You don't need this long recovery time, contrary to popular belief. The quicker you can get back up and keep moving, the better. Not in a way to punish yourself, but in a way to love yourself correctly. And you may be getting triggered by things that don't usually affect you. Okay, so see what that is for you and map it to your signature, and it will tell you exactly how to use it to create what you desire, or even better. Okay, so now if you're an empath, a highly sensitive person, or anything like that, like myself, you may be feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on you right now. Okay, you may be absorbing energy from people, from places, from yourself, even memories that have long passed. Okay, so and we often say, when emotions are there, we need to get rid of them, we need to fix them, but you're not broken, you don't need fixing, because there's a powerful truth and a powerful result and outcome in those emotions, in those feelings. So you don't need to fix them. You need to get intelligent about them and wise about them to see what they mean for you and how to utilize them, okay? So I'm just holding this and it's starting to hurt my hand. So this is not a time to try to overly control, okay? Because it is going to be a tendency to react impulsively, okay? So good time to say, well, what kinds of ways do I act impulsively? okay? It's not that you want to try to pause it, or you want to try to stop it. You want to try to experience it, sort of come outside of it, experience it, and see what it's here for, what it's here to bring you. And we can give you those direct messages actually in your individual signature. So take some breaths as these things happen. You don't want to just offload it. Often in full moons, the advice is to ground yourself, go for a walk, journal, meditate. Nothing wrong with those things, but often those things can actually offload the creation energy that's in it, because all of that energy is creating something, right? So if we just try to walk it off or meditate our way out of it, we're not actually utilizing it for what it's here for, okay? So you don't just want to let the wave of emotion pass before you speak or before you act. You want to actually use it in the moment. Like, what is the emotion? How can I use this right now? You want to act on it, you want to decide on it. So, which is a little bit opposite to other advice that you might hear out there, because a lot of people at the moment are still in the thinking that if I'm having these emotions or this volatility, or someone is doing that to me, or I'm experiencing that I need to get away from it, or I need to meditate my way out of it, or walk it off, or ground myself, or try to calm myself down before I speak, and all of that. But really, it's really looking to evolve you, okay? So if someone lashes out at you, or you lash out at them, okay, no, it's likely, it's 100% emotions talking. And when emotions are talking, they're not the truth, okay? They're not the truth. What they are is whatever it maps into you, what it is for you, okay? Because it's happening for you, not to you. And the way we activate a result or an outcome or an involvement into who we're here to be is from the outside in, outside in. All right, so we've got to see it from the outside. So it's not the truth. It's not the truth of who they are. The words necessarily, or the emotions are not the truth, okay? But it's how it's affecting you that matters. It may not affect you at all, then that's great. Then there's nothing to do with it. If it affects you in some way, you get to use it. So attempt not to mirror the chaos that's coming at you, because really they're being a mirror to you, okay? Instead, try to respond from presence, okay? So the moon is all about emotional mastery, emotional sovereignty. All right, it's not about suppression. So a lot of the time we talk about offloading it, bypassing it, fixing it, grounding it, meditating out of it. But actually it's all about choice. It's about using it in a very specific way for something it's trying to create for you right now, to receive something you desire. So we don't want to offload it. There is going to be an urge right now for fun, for freedom, for adventure, okay, in the Sagittarius, for those of you that know that. So break the pattern, right? It's saying break the pattern, follow the ball, have the fun, have the adventure, have the ups and downs, okay? Have the freedom. And yes, there may be some chaos, and there may be some impulsivity, and there may be some surges of joy and then big crashes. Have that, know how to utilize it and receive the messages and activations from it, okay? So this is about you being the seeker, the explorer, the truth hunter, okay, inside of this experience, not having the obvious response that everybody would have to it, or the triggered response. It's about you going, well, what's the truth inside of this for me, okay? Now, this energy hates confinement, thrives on freedom, okay? So under its influence, you may suddenly feel the need to have an impulsive out, right? Or night out, or day out, or book a spontaneous trip, try something risky or thrilling, like, a bold business move, quitting a job, some of the big things. But it could be smaller things as well, just things that feel risky to you that you wouldn't usually do. You might be meeting new people, okay? You might be breaking the normal routine. That's okay. Embrace that. And then you want to be the truth hunter in what was that experience here to give me, okay? When you reflect on it. So you may be asking, like, what's happening to me? Why do I want to throw everything up in the air and just start over? So here, the advice or the message as I have it is pretty clear. It isn't about reckless behavior, okay? But it is about being with these energies and embracing them in every way, okay? So ask yourself, what excites me right now? What is it I want to do that I'm not allowing myself to do, or is a bit risky, or that would break the norm, or is a bit naughty, or is a bit adventurous, or is a bit freedom for me, okay? And let yourself step into that in some kind of way, all right? Yeah, what else can you, something that you never gave yourself permission for, okay? So feeling I'm not giving myself permission to step into that because that feels too crazy, too wild, or whatever it is, too adventurous or too impulsive. or I had a crash, so can I really go and do this thing because I've just crashed down and I'm exhausted and I feel like I've got the world on me? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, right? So you can have the joy and the crash. It's okay. It's part of the weather system of our soul design ecosystem, okay? I'm feeling where, where have I outgrown? And it may just be the moment. It may not even be forever. But where have I outgrown my current life or my current reality? What is it that I'm desiring? What is it that I'm wanting? Okay, see if you can give yourself permission to say yes to that, even if it's just a little bit towards that thing in some way, okay? So you want to say yes to life again. You want to take a risk. You want to take a leap, okay, into some kind of adventure. And when you step outside of that normal environment, you're going to shift your frequency. And this is how you open up these creation portals of what is for you and what wants to create for you. So number 3 is, or maybe number 4, I don't know, but radical honesty. So speaking your soul's truth. Okay, now we can do this in a very emotionally sovereign way with your individual designed signature, okay? But there may be parts of you, at least come aware of them, that are silenced, suppressed, that are afraid to speak up. Maybe you've been biting your tongue in a relationship with yourself. Maybe you've been tolerating a work situation that doesn't feel good. Maybe you're avoiding telling someone how you truly feel. So it's not just go and express all of this, okay? There's a very specific way to express it with your identity profile signature, because it's time to change that. There's a way to express it. Expression must happen to activate what you desire even better of who you really are here to be and live a life with true meaning and feel liberated, okay? But not in any old way. There's a very specific way you're designed to do that, okay? So absolutely honor your soul, not your mask or your social masks that you wear. So take those masks off. But there is a specific way that you're being called to speak your truth. So it's not to be rude or hurtful, okay? But to be real. Even if, others don't like it, even if it shakes the foundation. And yes, some people will get triggered. You may get triggered. That's always for you, okay? But let them, okay? Because that's actually loving people, because they can actually grow, okay? You're not doing this from any force elements, from defensiveness, from anger, it's really from a different kind of higher truth, okay? So this is why it's quite special, what we're saying here. We're not just saying just freaking lose it, okay? It's part of the activation, okay? Those that get triggered, or if you get triggered, it's not about walking away from them or them walking away from you. It's not like, release them, these people are not for you. It's not about that, okay? It's just about there's an activation happening. Something is processing and creating for them and for you, okay? Through you speaking truth and for how it may have affected them, okay? So it's a time for relationship refinement, yeah. And obviously we're not here to be liked by everybody, okay? But very important that you step into your truth right now. So just feel into, reflect on what conversations am I avoiding? Okay, it doesn't mean you have to go and have those conversations, okay? But if you have access to your individual signature, you're going to be able to use it in a very cool way, okay? Advanced communication, right? Advanced impulsiveness, advanced what may feel like explosive behavior, but it's advanced, okay? It's not coming from the force elements. There's high wisdom in it and high intellect in it, in that, okay? But to the naked eye, it may just look like explosive behavior. So this is why you got to be a truth hunter, okay? And also asking, where have you been dishonest with yourself, okay? Now, another element you want to know about that will be happening is surges of confidence. So watch out for the trap of overconfidence, but it's great to have a surge of overconfidence, okay? So bold action is required right now, still with discernment, so with that wisdom, okay? But this moon is bringing a fierce burst of energy, like fire in your belly. So even if you see yourself as an introvert, you might turn into an extrovert at this time, right? And that's okay, embrace it. You might suddenly feel like taking big leaps, making powerful declarations, trusting yourself in a new way rather than holding yourself back. Okay, and this is really, really beautiful. So now, sometimes it says don't mistake emotional highs for like divine messages or guidance. Actually, they do have messages and guidance for you. It's just making sure you got the truth of that message, okay, from your individual identity signature. So now the overconfidence is watching it's not going to force elements, something you're not, okay? Or if that is happening, how to utilize it. And that is overpowering over-promising, okay? Over-promising what you can't deliver, okay? Spending or investing recklessly. Okay, so watch it, spend, have fun, be impulsive, all of those things, okay, but still watch it, okay? It's like we're being in two facets right now. Yes, and it's okay to take risks if they're running on adrenaline, okay, but matched with your individual signature as well. So match with the wisdom as well. Okay, so act boldly but consciously. Okay, act impulsively but consciously. Have the volatility but consciously. Yeah, all of that. Okay, so yes, all right, okay. And this will echo out as we go, okay? Things that are gonna create for you. I'm just gonna wrap this up. It's kind of a butterfly effect that's going on, okay? So whatever's activated now is gonna have that butterfly effect, okay, in action. So, because every thought, every decision, every action you take will have a ripple outward, okay? So it's kind of planting seeds. And don't worry if you're planting seeds and you feel like I'm planting seeds of fear, control, avoidance. As long as you're recognizing it, because the seeds you want to plant right now are of love and of courage and of wisdom and of vision, actually, another one, okay? Yes, so, okay. So remember the advanced communication, because remember words can be like spells, if you like. So cast them wisely at the moment, even in the high emotion, even in the risk taking, even in the adventure that you're having right now, okay, or going to have, all right? All right, final message to walk through this consciously, okay? It isn't a gentle full moon, for sure, but it is generous, okay? If you activate it correctly, if you like, it is generous, okay? It's going to bring intense light, clarity, and activation, okay? So it's an offer to you right now. Do you want to stay small and stuck, or do you want to rise into self-honesty, emotional intelligence, if you like, and bold living, okay? So whatever you're feeling, don't suppress it, but we want it in wisdom, advanced communication, okay? So breathe through it to get to that point, not to not express it, okay? Move with it, all right? Because there's things here that are looking to be claimed that you want through that, okay? That happens through that truth speaking, through that courageous action. You'll come out on the other side, not just awakened or feeling better, but really redefined to come into who you're here to be, what you're here to enjoy, and what you're here to do. So yeah, honor that. Yes, so it's not happening to you, as I always say, it's happening for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit of a long one, but hopefully you can utilize it. Leave your experience in the comments, your answers to the questions. If you have any personal questions, do reach out. If I can, I always reach out back as much as possible. We are going wild here at the moment ourselves on our own adventure in Miami. So yeah, lots and lots happening. I am sending you so much love. This has been Real Talk with Anita. Liberate me. Enjoy it. You're going to be okay. We are all in this together. Take it easy. Bye-bye for now.